All right, this video is called Tiny Homes Village for the Homeless People in Echo Park in downtown Los Angeles, which is the one I'm about to show you is like right by my house. So he's showing these off as if like, look how good these are. Look how good I am for supporting this, which fucking rubs me the wrong way. And it all feels kind of good, but then I'm like, this is kind of just a prison.
Yeah.
So I wanted to.
They put You mean how they like put a fence around Echo Park, and paramedics the other day had to come and walk a quarter mile to help somebody because they couldn't get around a fence.
Yeah.
Park.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to show you guys these tiny homes and hear what you guys think about it. So he goes to a bunch of them, so we don't have to watch
the ones that are on concrete.
Yeah.
Bro.
Let's just watch it. We don't have to watch all of it.
But again, just like if I said, hey man, you want to come stay in my spare guest house, right? And you showed up and it was like in my driveway on the concrete, what would you think, Brett?
What if it was just a concrete slab and it's like you can stay there? Just
a big old asphalt parking lot. I was like, hey, you can stay in my guest house, but it's not attached to my house. It's the fucking apartment complex parking lot. It's just a shed in the apartment complex parking lot.
Yeah.
How would you feel, Brett?
I mean,
would you feel like you're a member of the household or a valued guest? Or would you feel like someone just kind of put you out in a fucking shed on a parking lot?
No, but at the same time, I'm like, man, if I really had nowhere to go and this was the only place I could go to, I don't.
But it's not the only place you can go to. You'll look for another place where you'll have dignity some. You know what you have in the bushes that you don't have in that fucking concrete slab? A little bit of dignity.
Yeah. All right, watch these.
I'll watch it, but I just,
No, I feel you. I understand.
Now I know. I saw the news report about this one you're talking about, and I saw they put on concrete slabs, and I instantly was like,
yeah, they did.
No bueno, friend.
Yeah. All right.
No bueno.
So he's kind of just showing you.
It looks like a war zone here.
How much trash do you think the average subdivision puts out?
Alexandria
a lot.
Village. It has a total of 100.
Now, what do you think it would look like if it didn't have trash service? Do you think it would look like that homeless complex?
Dude, at my apartment complex, the trash cans are full like every day.
Yeah.
They empty them, they fill up immediately.
So that's the thing that happens with homeless people, right? They go, homeless people are so dirty, they leave trash or whatever, right? It's like, well, they don't have any trash service.
Yeah.
If you had trash service in this country, if you had public trash service, right? You had dumpsters that weren't locked and chained up and shit like that. You had some public options for shit, public restrooms, like availability of it. You wouldn't have that kind of shit. It's like they go, oh, look at these dirty ass people, and it's like, well, you're not giving the option not to be dirty.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is the dude that's homeless, should he ride the bus with a trash bag all the way to the dump? Like if you're in downtown Orlando, should he take his fucking bag of trash from downtown, get on the bus, transfer all the way to East Orlando? A 3-hour bus ride to go to the dump to get rid of something,
or this, because there's a bunch of homeless people under a bridge that I have to go through on my way to go to the weed store, and there's a ton of trash, and it's like, okay, there are apartment complexes that they could walk their trash into,
and they'll go to jail if they put the trash in that dumpster.
Exactly,
they'll go to fucking jail for it.
Or the apartment complex is fucking gated up and they can't get in it.
Yeah, so if they get in it to throw away their trash, they'll go to jail or they might get killed.
Yeah.
The police that show up might have worked a double shift guarding a hockey rink the night before and might be tired and might mistake their fucking wallet for a gun and shoot them. But let's watch this goofy ass.
Yeah, this guy's fucking
Come
weird.
to North Hollywood. I just wanted to show you where they have the biggest.
Is this a German man with a mullet with 3 stars on his hat, Brittany?
Yep.
It says right here, Alexandria Tiny Home Village. There's a
By the way,
just a little bit.
If I'm going to a village called Alexandria, I mean, Walking Dead's ruined that for me. So.
A little bit, but also like, what village has a fucking guard post?
Yep.
Security guy right in front of the village.
In the catalog,
24 hours. Drugs, alcohol, and weapons are not allowed inside. So whatever you have,
Pause for a second.
Bring in, you can leave.
Pause for a second.
Yeah.
We all have drugs, guns, and alcohol in our house, don't we? All 3 of us, not necessarily all 3 of us at once, but like we all have something like that. Sean, you got any beer in the fridge?
I have one right here.
Okay. All right. So he's out. I can't come in. I got beers in my fridge and I've got a rifle. Britt, you can't come in. I'm sure you got some wine or some beer or something in there, and you got the pen. Like, okay. So you give them a house, but you give them a house they can't drink a fucking beer in. A man gets off work and he can't have a beer in his own house. He can't have a fucking White Claw in his own home. Does that sound American to you, motherfuckers?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought, man.
Only
Like,
thing
hit
that
the
this
fucking
place
button.
is missing
Second-class citizens.
is wire around the fence at the top.
Well, that's just because that's extra, Britt. That costs extra. They bought that's prison fence.
It is.
Do you see? You see the square
These are
links.
probably prison lockers.
The
and
square
shit.
links makes it harder to cut.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
With
And they literally put a
outside,
barrier
in the
so you
locker,
can't
there's
see
always
into it.
security, and
Yep.
if you want to walk
You're
through
literally
the gate,
hiding them.
they're going to take
Don't
your
want to see the
temperature.
homeless people.
They also have one of those metal detectors. They scan you if you have any metal on you.
Any
and
metal?
then you're good to go. It cost $8.6
Your fucking multi-tool would pop it off.
This village.
Yeah.
A screwdriver would
They have
set
this
it off.
Nice
This
outside
looks like
seating
a
area
this looks like a prison courtyard.
where you can either eat, read, or just sit in the sun. It looks really nice with the red umbrellas and
Okay,
yeah,
this
it
one's
looks
not
real
concrete.
nice.
Yeah, it's right next to the highway.
the
Which I'm
shelter
next to
just
the
opened
highway.
up last week, and I thought it was going to be busy, but so far there's not much going on here. I don't see too many people here.
I wonder
It's
why.
almost like the government makes it and just say they make it for the
Plenty of
press release and they
LED
don't put
lights.
anybody in it.
Yeah.
And you can't really just walk into the shelter. There's like a waiting process. You have to fill out some paperwork, and you actually have to qualify to stay at this place.
Pause it for a second.
You have to
And from what
qualify.
He goes, I don't know why it's not busy. Why isn't it busy? You have to qualify. There's a waiting period. You can't bring pets. You can't bring booze in. You can't bring drugs in. You can't bring weapons in. Weapon could mean a knife. You know?
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to cut your baguette with, bro? You going to tell me I can't cut a baguette in my own house? So what option are you? So, you know, people every time in Florida, right? There's hurricane comes and we lose power. People drink themselves stupid and have parties for it. And they go, oh, a hurricane's coming. We might lose power. I better get a bunch of booze, right? Homeless people don't have Netflix. You know, you're looking for something to get out of just the crushing reality that you're in the fucking carcass of a dying empire and you live on the fucking street. You know, I think I'd want to be out of my head for that. So maybe you go to booze and alcohol and shit. But it's like, motherfucker, accountants can't go a day without air conditioning, without being drunk to the point of almost alcohol poisoning every year, right? And celebrate it. It's celebrate. They act like it's a memes and they love that shit. But a dude who a lot of times are working poor, a lot of people you see living on the street will have a job doing something. You know,
Yeah.
it might not be a conventional, it might be taking out the trash at a bar or some shit. Somebody always has something going on. But the whole point of getting home is so you can get a stable shit and all. So you get off work, you got to pass through a metal detector, a temperature check. You have to put your stuff in a locker up front and go
Like
in
you're going
and
into Amazon.
like you're going into fucking this looks apocalyptic, bro.
Yeah.
This looks like some shit where
Oh,
you
yeah.
put like astronauts or people before they went on like a, you know, because they're not necessarily prisoners because it's too brightly colored. But where's the dignity in that? Where's the home in that? You can't bring beer home.
Yeah.
You can't have alcohol. Alcohol's legal, guys. If you're over 21, you're allowed to just want to get drunk. And that's what cracks me up about the society. We have this standard like a homeless man's not allowed to get drunk, but a guy who has a house is. It's perfectly fine and perfectly acceptable for a dude to have a 12-pack a night if he has a house to go home to.
Yep.
But if a dude drinks 12 beers and he lives in the fucking bushes, he's a goddamn degenerate waste on society.
Yeah. I want to see what the inside of those places look like.
Sure, I'd
Oh
love
yeah,
to see what
I'm
the
actually
inside
on their
of the
website
fucking
right
shed
now.
looks like.
I wanted
Are you?
to. I was looking. I wanted to Google and see if I could figure out who their investors are. I'm sitting there looking
Yeah.
at their website right now.
Well, Pallet
it's
Shelter
something.
is the name of them.
Yeah.
PalletShelter.com.
Looks from the
Look at that.
inside.
Oh,
I think it's 8
it
by
looks like
8.
an airplane bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Got their own air condition. Wow, it's actually working already. It's nice and cool in here. They got the heater unit. They all get their electrical outlet. They got a fire extinguisher. And I guess this is the door. They're gonna have one bed over here and one bed over here.
2 beds you got to share with somebody.
And that's what they look
Are
like.
you fucking
It's like-
serious? An 8x8 has 2
I found a
beds in it?
picture how it looks like when everything is done. Looks
Bro,
nice.
that's a jail cell.
They actually look
Notice what they don't have:
What?
nowhere to cook and no bathroom.
No, there's a bathroom. Okay, so there's a
Not
bathroom.
in the building though.
Yeah, not in their building. The bathroom is
A separate building?
Right here. Here's the bathroom. You see it?
A separate building.
Yeah, separate
A
building.
wedding
Yeah,
venue
you can now
bathroom.
have a
And
porta
I
potty.
think
I've
this
seen those at a wedding venue.
this might be food back here. Some sort of food. They get
Okay.
3 meals a day.
Is it free?
Okay.
I think so, yeah.
Included?
They're in
Okay.
prison, bro. That's
Yeah.
prison. Pause. Let me screen share for a second.
Yeah. We
well,
can
give
be
me a
done with
minute.
that because there's like
Well, no, I want
it's
to
just
show
kind of more
you.
of the same.
I'm gonna
So how do you make this better? What do you do?
give them an apartment.
All these
Build
empty
apartments. Build
fucking,
duplexes. Give them an
Yeah.
actual house. There's no carpet in there. There's not. What does that look like, man?
It's a
What is
prison.
that? It's a trailer. It's not even a fucking like. Where's the soft space? Where's the TV? Where's the whatever? Build them an 8x8 that you share with another person.
Yeah. And they're
Yeah,
empty.
It's 100% just something that they can, like, somebody is making money off of that, like a lot of money, like
Yeah.
$5,000 for one of those. Like,
Yeah, it's a fucking grift.
yeah,
It's a grift.
But who's the grift? Is it the grift for like the building companies
Taxpayers. Yeah, they get
because they
paid
get the money?
That costs $5,000. They build that and no one will use it because you have to pass through all these hoops, and it's a jail.
Yeah.
And you go, why don't the homeless want to live there? Would you live there? Would you rather live there or live in a bush that you can get drunk in?
I don't
That's
know.
pretty
For me,
nice.
I might live in there.
You can't smoke bud in there.
I know. I'd just be like, I just can't smoke bud for a while.
You can't smoke out front either. They'll kick you out if you do it.
I know.
But I promise you you would not stay there. I know you would. Your dogs can't come with you.
Yeah. Well, I'd take
Your
them
dogs
to a
can come with you in
shelter.
your car. They can come with you in a tent on the street.
That's true. That's true. See, and that's funny that you say that. We're made to feel bad about that. For the longest time, maybe up until like a month or two ago, I felt bad that I have 2 dogs because it's like everything I do is dictated by these dogs. Like where I live, I can't get this place because they don't allow dogs, and it's always it's your fault for getting dogs. It's your fault. It's not our fault because we don't want you to live in our house or our apartment because you have dogs. It's your fault because you bought the dogs and you're not privileged enough. You're not rich enough to be able to afford this place to keep your dogs in. No, they're the only fucking source of joy in my fucking life. And you want to take that away from me because for something stupid, you
Yeah,
don't want them to
because-
piss on the carpet?
your joy is not as important as someone's profits. We
Yeah.
live in a commodified society. Everything's about the fetish commodity or fetishization of commodities. It's insane.
Yeah. They're like, we don't want dogs because it has hardwood floors and their nails scratch the floors. My dogs just lived for a year at a place with hardwood floors. My mom's
Yeah,
place.
it's a scam, Britt.
No
It's-
scratches on the floor. I clean those floors every week for her. No scratches.
It's just a scam. It's just a scam.
Yeah, but you have what do you have? Like you have a chair. Your chair rolls across the floor. Like I'm on a chair right now.
Oh,
on
this is
hardwood
fake
floors.
hardwood though.
I mean, I'm on hardwood. and
Everything in this
I have a
apartment is
chair.
fake.
When
Yeah.
nobody
Uh,
I was never told not to have a chair.
At
or
my
a
mom's
table.
house, I did have a chair that rolled around on the hardwood. When I left, there was nothing. No
Yeah.
scratches, no nothing.
So, from reference.com, the average cell of a prison cell for one inmate in the United States is 6 by 9 by 12. Generally, that space includes a bed, a sink, and a toilet. In the U.S., there are approximately 80,000 prisoners are held in cells of that size by themselves, a situation known as solitary confinement. So, a prison solitary confinement cell is bigger than one of those.
Oh.
Yeah. Here's just a refresher of what it looks like.
Because you
You want to
share
be
that.
tortured?
You share that.
Yeah.
So, just
It's one of those grifts that makes you think that they're like doing good.
that's the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
point. That's the new American. That's the like.
Go buy
That's,
some Tom's shoes.
That's
Tom's shoes is a grift?
yeah,
I don't wear
a big
Tom's.
grift.
but-
A big grift. I'm trying to find. Okay, here we go. Hey, let me show you a jail that's available for a pay to stay sale in Santa Clara in California. Because by the way, California allows you to
Pay to stay?
Well, you're allowed to pick your jail. You're allowed to serve your jail sentence where you want in California. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, $82 a day to complete a 20. So you go there, and let me see here. It's from the New York Times.
Who pays
For
the
roughly-
$81? Your family or?
No, you pay it. You can pay it yourself.
But by like work, they'll let you have a job or
No,
whatever.
you have to pay in advance, Britt. This is for rich people. When you
Yeah,
get
that's what I
sentenced
mean.
in jail, yeah, you pay it, but you pay a lump sum or whatever. But recently they've gotten attention. But these things are fucking amazing. You don't have to read the article, y'all, but it's wild. They've got like TVs, extra shit and shit. Let me find
that chair was from IKEA for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me show you what a San Quentin prison cell looks like right there. What does he have that other one didn't have? A sink, a place to cook, a TV.
Yeah.
That's what a dude in a maximum security prison has, Britt.
Yep.
So a free person, right, doesn't have that one of them spots.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people go to prison, right? You get 3 meals a day.
Yeah. That's what
Not
it
the
is.
only way to guarantee it, unless you're producing for capital.
So that lot, right? And
that's a medium security in Oklahoma. Notice that it's 2 to people.
Yeah,
Again, that's bigger than the other one. Toilet, sink, just
yeah. We're a visual podcast, guys. Please subscribe to our YouTube.
you should subscribe to YouTube. They're gonna have dead air.
Look at your bedroom, and it's probably about the same.
But I mean, war criminals. That's what
they got computers
at the Hague. Well, they don't get internet access. That's what a war criminal gets, Britt.
Oh, that's what Henry Kissinger should be in right now.
He should be in one worse than that. I believe he should be in one of them overcrowded. He should be in a goddamn Laotian prison right now. He should be being traded for cigarettes.
Somebody who's 99, can you wish them dead?
True.
Yes.
But I mean, just goddamn war criminals.
The thing is, like, it's dignity. It's there's a lack of, like, again, you're not producing. You're not.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
People have dignity.
You take these lots that they're building these on, because there's like 3 or 4 of them here in LA. Okay, you build an apartment complex. Maybe you don't give them a TV because we don't have enough money for a TV. But you give them
plenty of money for a TV.
Probably
plenty of money for that shit.
You put all that into an apartment complex. You give them trash service and stuff. You don't have the fucking dude at the front. Like, how different is that going to be from a normal apartment complex?
That's the point.
Why does it have to be different?
That's the point.
That's what I'm saying. It'll just look like an apartment complex.
That's the point.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're missing the point. The point is just give them a fucking house because they're a human being.
Yeah. Well, they built these little houses and they made them all multicolored, so it makes everything look nice and cool.
Yeah. Because
just build
it for Instagram. Yeah. It's for Instagram. That's the only reason that it looks like that.
Yeah.
They built that because some company that builds those for Instagram influencers didn't sell enough of them, and the name of the company's on the side of them, Brittany, stamped into it. Okay? Have you ever been to a house that had the name of the builder stamped in the side so you could see it?
No.
No. It's not a house, man. That's a fucking trailer.
You're being a Maoist right now.
You know what the Clark County
really good
jail
thoughts on
looks
landlords.
like? This is the fucking Clark County detention. That's what they've got.
I mean, it's not much different. Except they got a toilet.
You know what is different? It's got a goddamn toilet.
Yeah.
You don't
Here's
share
another
a
thing.
bathroom with everyone in the neighborhood.
And they actually did something to end up there.
Yes. Jail. They might be innocent, but
yeah, of course, yeah. But
a lot of times you end up in jail because you did something. You might not done the thing
yeah, exactly.
You're not guilty, but you're not innocent a lot of times. Right. It's like that's just and look.
You just usually don't end up there because you lost your job and you got kicked out of your apartment. That's all.
Exactly. You end up there for a reason, and sometimes that reason's just because you're poor.
Yeah.
And it's just, and we spend all of that money they spent to build those goofy things. They're never going to get used. And then they're going to say, well, hey, no one took advantage of this program. What do you mean the program where you had to give up all of your belongings? Because you're not allowed to have more stuff than a Foot Locker at fucking Wet n Wild. That's where all of those people's belongings were supposed to go. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to take most of your personal effects into your house with you. So why would you stay in that? To have air conditioning? Southern California is tight as fuck, man. Like, yeah, it gets hot, but it's not here. You know?
And it's so cold at night. Like at night, you're just chilling.
you bundle up or whatever. And you might want to go there in extreme weather and all, but that kind of shit should only exist for extreme emergencies. Like, that shit should be right. Leave it open. But it's like, hey, guys, come on in. You know? But you're not allowed to have booze in there. You treat them like children. You're treating them like prisoners. No wonder people don't want to do that. When you get no dignity on a daily basis, right? Like, when I tell people I live in that hotel, they're like, oh, you're not homeless. Like, I don't have a home. I live in a motel.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like a moral policing that's happening.
Yeah, it is. That's one of these things. Like, it's all, you know, it's like, you know, I was homeless because a guy didn't want to tell his sister someone lived at the house. That's why I was homeless. The house that he had full right to have access to. He was the third owner or co-owner of his dead mother's house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, and I knew I was gonna have to get a place to live. This was planned there or whatever. But he just changed his mind. The situation changed. Then, you know, I'd been wanting to move out before that and all, and I didn't take advantage of it because I was potentially helping other people, and I was helping other people, and it was a whole thing. It's complicated and all, but so that's how I ended up homeless or whatever. And if I didn't have the connections I have now, I didn't have a good job, I would have been living in the goddamn bushes or whatever. I would not go doing them things. So I don't understand why people like that German guy, who, by the way, probably comes from money, and that's why he moved to a foreign country. Because you don't move to a foreign country without money, y'all. So a lot of times you go, oh, how come? He lives
in Venice Beach.
Yeah, and he has the free time to go be a YouTuber with a mullet and a 3-star hat.
Check this out.
What is that hat about? Does he explain it all?
No, but look, these are all of his videos. Homeless, moving on the sand. It's all about homeless people in LA. I mean, I guess
I know this guy's opinion on Rhodesia.
Life on Skid Row. He kind of acts. He tries to act like he's doing good, but he's not. He's just condemning them. You know?
No, he's fucking acting for capital. He's saying like, homeless update good. Like, you're cleaning up this stuff. It's like, okay, and then letting the people stay there. No, you're just placing them. I know. It's almost like being cruel can be rewarded. Will be rewarded, and because people like to see the homeless get shit on. They do. It makes them feel better about themselves. It makes them feel better about the reality that they are only one thing away. The majority of you listening to this are really one bad a week away from being homeless. Some of you are a bad hour away from being homeless.
Oh, yeah.
Some of you were a bad fucking year away from being homeless, but most of you were a bad week away from being homeless. So close your eyes and cover up your ears. This ain't the message that you came to hear, but I can't help it if I just don't care. I don't want to be a billionaire.